What's up, guys? It's Christian here, and today I want to talk to you guys about why I hope you feel some fear. So, the inspiration for this video was thinking about how in my workouts on twice a week, I will do single leg box jumps. And a box jump, you can look that up real quick. It is a common exercise to improve your vertical jump that involves you from a kind of squatted like position jumping up onto a platform that is a certain amount off the ground. So if you look up a box jump, you'll see that. And then imagine doing that just with one leg. Um, or maybe you could have probably just skipped that step and just searched up single leg box jump to get a perspective of what I'm talking about. I mention this because in it is sometimes I will be doing this and I will doubt myself before I jump onto the platform. And I'll doubt myself as to whether I can actually jump that distance. And I've failed box jumping before, and I've talked about box jumping in a separate video, which I will be sure to link in the description because it got a lot of views. I say a lot of views, but it's only 14. But it got more views than my videos normally get, which means it must have been good, which means it must have been helpful, and helpful is what we're looking for over here at Christian Glamad. And so I digress. That's my point, is that I would feel some fear before I did these box jumps. And what that meant was that I was making progress. I was doing something worth doing. I was pushing myself past what I believed I was capable of. And that's where the growth happens. Not just in box jumps, but in life. Okay? It happens when you go and do something that scares you. Because the truth is, if you never did anything that didn't scare you, you would stay stagnant. Did y'all click onto this video to stay stagnant? No, you didn't. And so that's where I realized was in box jumps, where like there were all like just as there were times that I was scared before I did a single leg box jump onto a platform, there are also times where I'm like, dude, I can do this weight, no problem. And I did it. And I wasted my time because I wasn't challenging myself at all and I wasn't growing. I wasn't growing because I wasn't challenging myself, right? And that's the main point. If you don't feel an ounce of fear before you're about to go do something, you are not challenging yourself. If you don't feel an ounce of fear before you go do something, you're not challenging yourself. Even for ab exercises, right? If you're not sitting there like, oh my gosh, I have to do this stuff, you're not challenging yourself. That's probably another video that I'll make. If you're not dreading a workout or dreading studying, I don't care what it is. Like you're not dreading that thing before you go do it. It's not hard enough. Okay, you got to make it harder. Otherwise, you're just going to stay stagnant. And there is a whole other point that I could go to with this that I'm completely blanking out on. Maybe it'll come back to me tomorrow or something like that. But yeah, just wanted to tell you guys that if you don't feel a little bit of fear before you're about to go do something, that's what I was about to say, was that it's another example. Even the most confident and charismatic guys have a little bit of fear before they speak to women. It's just normal, right? And what I found is that little side tangent, and this will help you. Like, okay, so now we've established that if we don't feel fear before we do something, then we're not pushing ourselves, and therefore we're wasting my time. We're wasting our time. Got it. Now we're gonna do things that scare us a little bit, that push us a little bit out of our comfort zone. And so now we encounter a new challenge, and that is, how do we address this fear that we've just gotten into? I did just release a video about this, which I'll link in the description for you, but let me talk about it from a different perspective. And I'll go at this from the example of being a man and approaching a woman. Like, there will be time, like if you're about to approach a woman, you will have, like, your gut instinct will say, oh, I think she's cute, I want to go approach her. But then you'll get like a little voices in your head that say, we can do better than that, we'll pass on this one. What if you end up looking stupid in front of those other people that are in that vicinity? All these little things that are keeping you from doing what you meant to do. Here's how you know which voice to trust. What was your gut instinct? Ask yourself that in that situation. What was your gut instinct? Your gut instinct was to go approach her. So what you should do is go approach her. That is how you solve that problem. If you're about to do a single leg box jump and you're like, I don't really know if I can do this height, but your gut instinct was to set up the box jump thing to do that height, jump that height. All right. So to recap this, we want to do things that scare us, because that is where growth comes from. The challenge when we do things that scare us is that it scares us. How do we overcome the fact that it scares us? We just do it anyway. We just do it anyway, and our reason for doing it anyway is because it was our gut instinct to do so, right? It wasn't our gut instinct to listen to the limiting beliefs that were going to convince us to do otherwise. It was our gut instinct to do that thing that scares us. All right? Hope that helped you guys. Love y'all. Take care.